leader of Mexico's Sinaloa drug cartel, arrested in Texas. Ismael El Mayo Zambada, one of the world's most notorious drug lords and the leader of Mexico's Sinaloa Cartel, has been arrested by U.S. federal agents in El Paso, Texas. Zambada, 76, co-founded the criminal organization with Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, who is currently imprisoned in the U.S. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland announced the arrests, noting that Zambada and Guzman's son Joaquin Guzman Lopez were detained on Thursday. In February, Zambada was charged by U.S. prosecutors with a conspiracy to manufacture and distribute fentanyl, a potent drug linked to the U.S. opioid crisis. Garland described the Sinaloa Cartel as one of the most violent and powerful drug trafficking organizations in the world, and emphasized the Justice Department's commitment to holding every cartel leader, member, and associate accountable for their role in the fentanyl epidemic, which is the leading cause of death for Americans aged 18 to 45. The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, had offered a reward of up to $15 million for Zambada's capture. During El Chapo's 2019 trial, Guzman's lawyers accused Zambada of bribing the entire Mexican government to live openly without fear of prosecution. Zambada is also known to own several legitimate businesses in Mexico, including a large milk company, a bus line, a hotel, and various real estate assets. Alongside fentanyl charges, he faces multiple U.S. charges, including drug trafficking, murder, kidnapping, money laundering, and organized crime. In May, Zambada's nephew, Eliseo Imperial Castro, known as Chapo Antrax, was killed in an ambush in Mexico. He was also wanted by U.S. authorities. Zambada, considered the most influential drug lord in the Americas, had evaded capture for decades, making his arrest a significant shock in Mexico. Details of the arrests remain unclear, but it appears Zambada and Guzman Lopez flew into the United States. According to the Wall Street Journal, Zambada was tricked into boarding the plane by a high-ranking Sinaloa member following a months-long operation by Homeland Security Investigations and the FBI. He believed he was going to inspect clandestine airfields in Mexico. President Joe Biden's administration is expected to herald Zambada's arrest as one of the most significant DEA operations in years. Zambada co-founded the Sinaloa Cartel after the collapse of the Guadalajara cartel in the late 1980s. While El Chapo was the public face of the organization, many believed El Mayo was its true leader, establishing early connections with Colombian cartels to flood the U.S. with cocaine, heroin, and later fentanyl. Despite changing political landscapes and numerous anti-drug offensives, Zambada's leadership endured. His extraordinary resilience in the violent underworld has finally come to an end in El Paso, Texas, a city heavily impacted by the fentanyl smuggled in by his organization.